Okay, finally the day has arrived and it has happened. Angrezi medium has finally released on an online streaming platform. It was much needed for the film. It actually went through a lot of jinx. The filming process was a difficult one for the entire team of Angrezi medium, Homi Adajania and Irrfan himself, who was undergoing treatment in the UK at that time when he was also filming for Angrezi medium. So once they actually managed to steer clear and go above that roadblock, they again hit one in the name of coronavirus, and this is something that could not have been avoided. The lockdown was announced right after the film was actually put to exhibit in theaters, and then finally people obviously could not go to the theaters and watch it, and very responsibly so, because it was not advised by anyone, and everybody has been advocating, and rightfully so, to social distance and stay at home. But now that the film has finally seen an online release, one of the first mainstream Bollywood films to go ahead and have this kind of release, and that too so early on after it got a worldwide release, is Angrezi medium. Obviously the times were tough, but it finally got through, and I managed to see it first day, first stream. So what I take back from the film is what I'm going to tell you right now. First and foremost, Irrfan Khan. I am an Irrfan loyalist and I would always love him. And he is brilliant. मैं झूठी तारीफ नहीं करूँगी, because Irrfan deserves every bit of the praise that is coming his way and will come his way because of this film, or the kind of films and associations that he has had. It's his performance that talks, his eyes that talk. You cannot ever have that actor go wrong in any kind of character that he actually gets into. He actually dives into the role like a chameleon. He just transforms himself, and you start living his life. You can feel him, you breathe him, you can see him, you want to touch him while he is actually going ahead and performing. So this is what is true with Angrezi medium also. After Hindi medium, people were madly waiting for Angrezi medium to come. It's Homi Adajania stepping into the director's shoes with this one is something that I'd like to address, and that probably is a little bit of dampener. And whatever this film peaks when it comes to the emotional support that Irrfan's character or even Deepak Dobriyal's character offers, the direction is sort of lacking in reaching up to and matching up to the high, is what I felt. The editing is shoddy. It is mismatched. It is just cut haphazardly. You don't. A lot of things are left for the audience's intelligent imagination to actually connect the dots, which is also at times it is good, like the relationship, the troubled relationship between the mother and daughter, which is sort of touched upon with Dimple Kapadia and Kareena Khan's character, which is intelligently done, but yet could have been better. It lacked the finesse, is what I felt, and it has not really lived up to, or the story that he was going to or trying to tell, had it not been backed by these brilliant performers like Irrfan Khan, like Deepak Dobriyal, like Pankaj Tripathi in that little cameo, like Dimple Kapadia, like Kareena Kapoor Khan, who's looking like a hottie. Like, she is super hot as a cop. I don't think that the film would have sailed through. The film has a lot of loopholes. Ranveer Shorey is somebody that I mean, he could have done better, is what I felt. That's why I'm not really taking his name. He could have. He looked like, he's playing a loser. He looked like a loser. He played the part well, is what I feel. But I don't know. Maybe could have been better, like I said. And what I feel is that it's done beautifully. Whether it is taking that brotherly bond between Irrfan Khan and Deepak Dobriyal, the love-hate relationship because of the Ghasite Ram Mishtan Bhandar. It's brilliantly done and executed by these powerhouse performers. And this is something that you would always take back. Their little banter, their humorous exchanges between Irrfan, Deepak Dobriyal, even Pankaj Tripathi when he comes for this little cameo in the Dubai part. all of it is so brilliantly done. All these brilliant actors are playing off one another, and it comes across as such. I mean, you watch them on stage, live, or you watch them here, it is one and the same thing. They know how and which nuance to pick and how to react to it, whether mashallah the boys played well, or whether it is the whole, the Pakistani passport angle. All the humor has been brilliantly thrown. The brothers, their love-hate relationship, the Ghasite Ram Mishthan Bandar, and how the family turf and the entire, the war for the name and the, that thing comes in. It's brilliantly executed. Tu mera bhai hai, top notch. So that's something that I take back from the film. I love the exchanges between Irrfan and Deepak Dobriyal. They are the Jaan of the film, they are the lifeline of the film, and that is how the film manages to sail through. Radhika Madan is convincing as a teenager. She is looking very much the part. I don't know so much between the relationship, between the emotional bond of father and daughter. Could have come about better with her acting, but I think Irrfan is making up for that lack there as well, because she is also comparatively new. It's brilliant for her to actually match up to the credentials somehow, that and the standards that were being set by Irrfan in every frame. So that is a very, very commendable job, I feel. Dimple Kapadia, she is a standard, she's perennially present in each one of Homi Adajania's films. We all know about it. He's fixated on her, so she has to be there in every film. But just in order to put a part which should be played by Dimple, you can't really, make an actor of her stature, lack the brilliance that she actually deserves. The part is not well written. It doesn't have any strength or any merit. It's just a touch and go where you wanted to actually place in a cop with Kareena. Again, why was her role there? I really don't know. Or Dimple Kapadia as a mother, and how you want to eventually bring out that Indians who settled in abroad, they also tend to take in from the Western culture, and how the relationship between the parents and the children lack that warmth that Indian society offers, is what you wanted to say. So I get what he was trying to do, but if you take that away from the film doesn't lack anything. I mean, not that it's an intrinsic and inherent part of the storyline. I just feel that it was, just deliberately pushed and placed in order to give a space to what you imagined Kareena to be doing in the film, or Dimple to be doing in the film, because you had to have them in the film. It was dragged in the end. But then again, Irrfan, the last bit has been brilliantly summed up, and he has gone ahead and saved this film for Homi, because Homi and his quirks in a film like Angrezi medium wasn't really working. Of course, he's getting all the love from Bollywood, and of course he is like the blue-eyed boy, he's like the baby of the industry, so everybody will go ahead and support him. He has made some brilliant works. Being Cyrus is one of them, but then again, there is some kind of territory should not really be played with, is what I feel. And I think this film, Angrezi medium, was that. You could have probably dealt with it in a more nuanced way, and it would have come across as a better, more endearing watch, I feel. But still, watch it for Irrfan and Deepak Dobriyal.